Wait, don't turn the channel. You've tuned into High Gravity.
The show where we talk about beer, brewing, and bullshit.
Where the only thing we take seriously is the next round.
So grab a glass.
Fill it with something cold.
And enjoy the show. Hey, 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 hey.
Drink beer every day. And we're back!
I wasn't given a line to join.
No, that was a me and Darrell thing. Shout out Dr. Dre.
This coffee beer from last week is
We've been
really
sharing.
Yeah, we've made such a mess today. Today has been a
Squirting all over.
dude. Honestly, today has started off really rocky.
It was a weird morning.
It was a wild day, and we've had a lot of explosive beers today. So we're gonna do another episode, and hopefully both the beers, or maybe more beers that we have today, won't explode and hit the ceiling.
I don't know. It was really funny last week.
That was pretty exciting. If you aren't listening to these episodes in order, our previous episode, we had 2 beers that were barrel-aged and clearly infected.
Shoot, we don't even record them in order.
No, we don't. Well, I guess holiday
always.
episodes and stuff,
No.
but at any rate...
Yeah, we got to get better on that, too. When we realize there's a holiday coming up, we got to do that sequentially before we do everything.
That's why we're learning as we go.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I said... That's why I said I would love more comments. I would love
the
more...
music, the more you know, needs to come across the...
Yeah, I feel like the more comments we can get from our listeners, like, please be critical.
Like, share, tell your friends, tell your family.
More
Threaten
specifically,
them at gunpoint to
Tell
listen.
us what you want to see.
be critical.
Yeah.
I want some critical feedback.
That
and,
ugly, we don't care if we don't like it.
No,
we'll
our
make
feelings
fun
are
of
not going to be hurt.
No.
We want this
have
to be good
feelings?
for our friends.
I don't have
I've got just the one, you know, but it's hard
Can't
when it
talk
gets
about
hurt.
that on the air.
You know. But anyway, so now that we're back off of the messes that we've made, holy shit, that was a lot of chaos. We're going to continue to drink beer and continue to deliver you the scathing beer reviews. Yeah, the high quality, the high gravity, high quality that we are known for.
Just based on the bottle design or can design, the only other one of that brewery that I know is a Cherry Bomb, and that can, I equated this earlier in the description. If anybody has ever made the drain aluminum foil
The lawn
in a
bomb.
2-liter...
Yeah, you blow up a circle in your grass.
Yeah, one of those. If you've
Don't
ever
do
made
it.
that, you
Don't
know
do
that
that.
tension that's in the bottle right about before it pops. That's what the Cherry Bomb version, whatever that brand is.
So,
And I'm nervous that this can's going to explode too.
I will say that this is our next beer is from Austin Brothers Brewing Company or Beer Company, and we have
They make
Had
the
great
Naked
beer from
Woody.
them.
they made that.
make the Naked
Do you
Woody.
remember the
I've had
Cuckoo for Cocoa?
I do.
Yep, that was Austin.
The incredible. I'm almost certain. Darrell and I agreed that we're almost certain that was from Austin Brewers.
Yeah.
And they had that chocolate beer was the craziest chocolate beer ever. So this one, the can art has like kind of like this, like almost like Japanese style font that you might see like on a advertisement for a sumo wrestling event. It has a little sumo dude on the can. It's a pretty cool looking can, but it is a Sumo Sumatra Imperial Stout. Austin Brothers Brewing Company, established 2015. This is a brewed and packaged only in was it Seneca, Alpena, Michigan. So
Been there. I've been to their brewery. They've got some good shit.
it's a good. I've never been disappointed. So this is when you hear sumo, you think big. So that's what we did. A 4-hour boil to build a strong body, and then rested for days in Sumatra coffee, cocoa nibs, and vanilla beans. The outcome is as advertised, big, and they put big in all caps, flavors, 11.4% ABV, imperial stout with coffee, cacao nibs, and vanilla. And this is, pretty much almost as northeast as you can go in the lower peninsula of Michigan. And just a shout out to Austin Brewery Company. That's 821 West Miller Street, Alpena, Michigan. So if you ever get up to Alpena, I highly recommend checking out Austin Beer Company.
I'm pretty sure that's the only place that sells beer out there, too.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. Alpena, there's not a lot going on in Alpena.
The Noah Museum has some phenomenal stuff and a really cool ship that you can walk through to see what it would be like being on an actual ship in a storm on the Great Lakes. It's pretty cool.
What is diversity? I think it is a large wooden ship.
I'll pass.
No, it's a quote from Anchorman. You know, before memes, we all had to rely on Anchorman quotes to keep us going for years.
What's a meme?
A meme? You see, a meme is a little bit like a haktua.
That lasts 2 months and dies out.
We're gonna keep it going.
No, we're not.
I'm running out of hands. and
My
legs.
wife doesn't keep them.
No, anyway.
Hey, welcome to the High Gravity Podcast.
I get some chocolatey on the aroma.
Whoa, yeah.
It's a lot
Not
of
gonna lie, that
chocolate.
smells like
A
Cocoa
lot of
Puffs.
chocolate.
It's kind of like a flat chocolate smell.
Very flat. Definitely a coffee back to that.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of
very, very much Cocoa Puffs chocolate.
It was like bitter.
Slightly.
It's not like the cocoa for cocoa or whatever.
It's kind of dry like a dark chocolate, like how you get that kind of like dry flavor.
Yes.
But like the cocoa flavors are much more like Cocoa Puffs. Like the flavor Cocoa Puffs
zero
has without the
sweet.
sugar. Yeah.
Zero sweet.
Exactly.
Agreed.
It's
Bitter
like
side.
like if someone made Cocoa Puffs without sugar.
like corn pops meets chocolate.
Yeah. So it does kind of remind me of the Cuckoo for Cocoa Nibs, but without the sweetness.
Yeah, no sweetness at all.
Agreed.
This has one type
Very
of
much.
chocolate, like the
Yeah.
But
Cuckoo
that
for Cocoa
had
Nibs had like the
very
3
dark
kinds of chocolate
It
dark
had
flavors.
candy bars. It had everything.
Yeah, that tasted like chocolate ice cream, like chocolate cake, like chocolate Cocoa Puffs. This just has that kind of Cocoa Puffs flavor without the sugar.
Excuse me, sorry for that. But
We were
that was a good-
ignoring
That
you.
was a
It's
good
fine.
one. It was like the bear de grouse.
If you judged this solely based off aroma, you would be probably pretty disappointed.
On taste, the taste compared to the aroma.
Yeah, the
The aroma has a nice sweetness to it.
I like it. I do actually enjoy it. I think if you, for me, like the Cuckoo for Cocoa Nibs that we had, or Cuckoo for Cocoa, it was very dense. It was very rich. It was very like bold. It was very
This is
desserty.
lighter and dry.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
sweet.
It's also
bitter.
like 5% less alcohol.
Oh, that's
Oh,
why.
well, what the hell? Should we even have this on the show?
There's the tiniest booziness that you get to this. I think that contributes to that kind of like dry aftertaste.
I think it's more like the bitterness that's given that too, though.
Maybe, yeah. But I think that I could sit down and drink a whole can of this. I don't think I would sit down and drink a whole can of the Cuckoo for Cocoa, even though it's fantastic.
It's gonna sound weird, but this tastes like if you took Cocoa Puffs, powdered them, mixed them with a little bit of alcohol, and put it in a drink.
If you took all the sugar out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't mind it. It's decent. It's not
I'm
quite
still
what I
stuck
was
on that night nurse from last week.
That night nurse, that was still too good. The coffee on that actually
Oh,
probably
wait.
really good. With
Yes,
this.
I meant the beer too.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. No, this is
For
nice.
the earlier question, you know we're still recording, right?
What?
Always. It's nice. I think for kind of a bigger stout, and again, it's kind of strange. Like a lot of the stouts we've been having, they don't have that kind of like syrupy thick body that a lot of imperial stouts do. This drink's very light. I mean, not like light like you're expecting from like a pilsner.
But I'm okay with that because a
Does
lot of the
stay in the
syrup
glass a
taste
bit.
tastes fake to me.
I agree.
So when it's
I
all
like a
grain,
thinner
it is
stout.
harder to do something heavier.
I like
All
a thinner
grain.
stout. I think there's just that the syrupiness, like I think body, especially like years ago when like the craft beer movement was kind of on its way up, like body played a lot bigger role in what people were doing. Like every stout needed to be heavy. You know, the heavy flavors needed a heavy body. And I like that more stouts lately have had lighter body, but still have those bold flavors.
That's true.
And this isn't overly bold. It's not too much of anything. The chocolate is nice.
It's just bitter. If you like dark chocolate, you would like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you like sweeter chocolate,
Definitely.
milk
100%.
chocolate, you're not going to like this at all.
But what's weird about it is it almost has that sweet chocolate flavor without the sugar, but that bitterness of a dark chocolate. So it doesn't quite taste exactly like a dark chocolate.
There's a girl I used to work with who really liked dark chocolate, and I was trying to get her to come up here for a night, and I think this might actually get her to come out. So if you're listening
Come
to
through.
this, you know who I am. Come on out and have a good beer.
We're going to pour a little bit more.
Oh,
Oh, that was the last. We have more. Well, actually, no. I only brought one can.
I don't have cooties, so here.
I drink the rejects.
Yeah, this is good. I think that if you want to have like a nice chocolate stout, but you don't want to have like a dessert, this would be a grab from the shelf.
Yeah, but I'd prefer just a straight stout without the flavors over this.
I think I could understand that. Like the
bitterness
like
in
here,
the
like
chocolate.
the countdown stout or something. Like, yeah, that's when you want a stout and you just want something that's just, I want a
Do a
stout
straight
stout.
dry stout.
Yep. But I think there's a lot of people out there too that would, that aren't necessarily into, well, like they would say, like, I'm not into dark beers, and then you give them a black lager, and they're like, what? But like this could be something that would be a nice transition for people who are, not necessarily into, like as some people say, dark beers.
They would have to like dark chocolate to like this.
Absolutely. I think that's a fair assessment. I also think that this could hold some other nice flavors too. Like if you do like some
Raspberry?
raspberry or
Yes.
blue. I was thinking blueberry.
Raspberry.
I like dark chocolate covered blueberries. So like
I'm not much for blueberries, and I feel a
It
lot of
has to be
blueberry
subtle.
characteristics would be lost.
it has to be subtle in a beer because it takes over.
Raspberry is very robust though, and will hold up to this.
I would drink this with raspberry.
Yeah,
I also think this would be decent with cherry. Darrell would probably disagree, but I think a cherry.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
I could see cherry. I could see cherry.
Like
Darrell
pie
agrees, it
cherry,
sounds amazing.
like pie cherry.
I could see that. Yeah,
like
a very
tart
very
cherry.
dense, very cherry. This is cherry kind of flavor. Or black cherries would be. Ooh, black cherries would be.
Well, I think black cherry. I think the subtle sweetness of it might get lost.
Yeah,
in this.
yeah, you're
so
right.
I think this is more of a pie cherry.
I
Kind
retract my statement.
Some
yeah.
Bellotons. Throw some
Yeah.
Bellotons in this. Like
This
it's
is good.
it's
Sorry,
good on its
Darrell,
own
you're
though.
out. We don't care.
Again, I will say that Austin Brewing Company has had a good track record. I don't think that we've experienced any Austin beers that weren't actually good.
I've been to the brewery. I've had the beers there. Again, I've had the Naked Woody on site. It was delicious.
That's nothing like Hazel's Nuts, though, right?
No, Hazel's Nuts was pretty good. There's still more of that.
I have been to Oddside several times, and I will say that
I would like to be.
it's been a couple of years since I've been there because we used to go every year. We'd go to Winter Beer Festival in Grand Rapids, and then we'd drive out to New Holland and hang out at Oddside, and never disappointed. I've heard rumors and ramblings that they've kind of the tap room has been a little less good. Since they've grown a little bit, but I'm not gonna, kind of support those rumors because I don't know. But I remember going there and they had a Hefeweizen, and it was the most effervescent beer I've ever experienced. Like it had this beautiful, thick, creamy head on it, and my friend Mike was drinking it. And he that beer sat there for over 45 minutes, and you could still see the bubbles coming up, and it still had a thick head on it. I've never experienced a beer quite like that held head for that long.
So it wasn't 3 hours.
That
It was just 45 minutes. And
you
still
could
had
call
a good solid head.
You could call that beer Haktua because it had such solid head.
You guys are stupid.
Very. But I like this. I think this is a nice stout.
It is good.
I would actually go and drink this just on casual, like just open up a can of it, which is good because I have 3 more at home.
Over Night Nurse from last week?
Never. Oh, dude, no. There's the top tier beer of today's recording session is hands down Fog Town's
last week's
Night Nurse.
episode.
This month.
This month. All right, this month. All right, we can go with that.
Why
That's
should we
fair.
split between 2 months now?
That beer was just so good.
No, it was.
It delivered exactly.
Father Darrell has
yes.
entered the room.
Darrell Senior came through and he needs a sip.
Let's get a quick review. No, come try it on the mic. No, yeah, come on. Come on, give us a quick word.
Godspeed.
Come on.
We had just a sip left of the Night Nurse double shift.
From last week.
Yep.
That was still good.
Honestly, I'm really glad Brother Phil brought us 2 cans of it so that we could continue drinking
Yeah,
it because that was so
that
good.
was lasted through 2 episodes.
So it's so funny that we occasionally run into beers like that where we just really, really love them. I remember watching I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about these judges from the Cannabis Cup in Amsterdam. Like they used to do, that used to be the big, weed event. And
How
people
do you judge that? Because
It's that's I've always asked that too because
Yeah.
like after you smoke the first several like you're
Yeah,
too fucked up.
like-
I'll try.
But
Let's judge.
I
I
couldn't
don't
agree
understand
more.
the dynamics of that, but I
But
feel once you go through one, your
it's-
taste is kind of ruined the rest.
So
of,
it's the
like,
same thing
2
as like
days.
judging beers. Like you have
Okay.
to you can't just like drink a whole pint and then judge
Yeah.
the next pint and then 50 pints later.
So
like you're
do you smoke like 12 of them and then have to write?
so in
reviews on before you
reality,
can't? I mean,
like I was trying to explain
semi-serious
before Johnny
question.
started asking questions, people like new judges would come in and like, well, they'd come in late and they'd be like, oh, hey, well, give me what the best one was. And he's like, well, if you look at the ashtray and you see half smoked joints, he's
They're
like,
not.
those weren't the best ones. He's like, you come in and like you want the best one, like that thing was smoked down to your fingers, like there's none of that left. And I feel like that's the same way with Hugh. Like we have that one, one or two beers that are just like so good that it's just like someone comes in like, oh, what was the best one? It's like, well, we drank all of it.
Gone.
And
Like
then you put
you're
all
not
the
going to
rest
get any
in
of
front
it.
of me. I
Yeah,
know how it is.
yeah. It's like what we have left is what wasn't the best. And in situations, there's plenty of times where like everything we have is good, and the best of the best.
We've had some bad beers here.
Oh, so
We
many
have.
times, so many
Like,
times.
I'm gonna revisit the one, but I might even be on voting for dumping that one. And
Dump 'em.
that says a lot.
I learned from going to beer festivals. And after years and years and years of going to festivals, like if something's not a 5 out of 5, dump it. You've got 1,000+ beers to drink.
agree with that,
You got
because there's
1,000.
so
you,
many-
you got 1,000 beers to drink. Go drink another one.
I learned from getting old. If it's not a 505, dump it.
Yeah, I'm not there.
But like a 4 out of 5 is still good.
But
and-
see,
and
I'm not
worth
there.
it.
It's not a 5 out of
right.
5.
But
It's
you already
respect
tried
to
it.
the brewer.
Fuck that. They don't care. You tried it. And you were like, wow, this was really good. But it's not something that, like, I feel like I have to finish it. Because, like, you're not there to drink.
Yeah.
There is a lot of good beer out there, but you want that wow beer.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all gonna teach me this eventually.
Let's go to festivals. I mean, I have a good friend who he would always, like, he'd run in, and his goal was to, like, try all the double IPAs. Because he likes IPAs, he likes big IPAs. But, like, really, he just wanted to get drunk. And sure, you spend $45, $50 for the festival. Like, that's a cheap drunk if you get buzzed or get hammered off of $50, like nowadays, drinking craft, $7-8 a pint, $10 if it's Imperial. Like, so you had basically 5 beers. So, like, to him, his whole mindset was like it was, an efficient way to get drunk. For
Get 'em
me,
down.
I go there because
understand that.
I want to try beers. If I try 50 beers and, 40 of them I had 1 sip of, 2 sips, you always got to go back a second time.
Yeah.
Hey, this
We
is a 3 out of 5.
determined
Dump
it's
it
a
out.
3.
Dump it out.
You gotta go 3. I'll stand by that statement until the day I die because it's
I don't
true.
know about 3.
Summer Beer Festival's coming up. So let's go to Summer Beer Fest. And
That's the one in Ypsi.
When
Yipsy.
the where and
I
what's the
love
cost?
that one.
that's my favorite one. I think it's this month, actually.
Although I've never been to the one in Marquette though,
So, me neither. Because
and I hear Marquette's the best.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I have been to the one in Marquette several times. I think people like it because it's so small. Like, there's not a lot of people up there. But when you go up to Marquette, there's nothing to do. Like,
So it's just that.
yeah, so like you go for the festival, and like we usually, like when we go out of town for festivals, we like to do like a 3-4 day weekend and tour the local breweries and everything. And there's only like 5 or 6 breweries in Marquette, and all of them are like 15, 20, 30 minutes drive. It's not like going to Grand Rapids or going to Denver or even going to Detroit, where like there's enough breweries within kind of like a couple of minute drive or a couple of minute Uber that you can go and experience. When you go up to Marquette, nothing's close. So the festival is the draw, and plus the beauty of Marquette. There's that. So, there's nothing wrong with that.
But I've been
Pure
to,
Michigan.
I've been to the Ypsi one multiple times.
That one's so
And
much
I've
fun.
always had so much fun.
The weather's always really, really nice. Plus, there's a couple of like really nice like bars and stuff like that. So it's nice. I'm actually looking. The 26th of July is the Summer Beer Festival. So, but with that, considering the Summer Beer Festival that's going to be happening in Ypsi in July 26th, which is probably 2 months prior to you guys hearing this, we're going to take a little quick ad break to, advertise something that isn't quite so irrelevant.
Give me a break.
Here's to you, water bottle washer. You tackle the grime and slime that others fear to touch, ensuring hydration is always just a sip away. Your relentless scrubbing keeps us all refreshed and ready for the next podcast episode. Here's to you, the unsung hero of hydration, making the world cleaner, one bottle at a time.
We're finishing up our Sumo Sumatra, and
Let's open the next one.
open up the next beer.
Yeah, I guess.
There's someone arrived at the door. We'll have to let them in. But this next one,
I don't know. He flipped me off. I flipped him off. He flipped me off. I flipped him off double. He flipped me off double. I flipped him off, and I stuck my tongue out at him.
Good thing we're not.
wow.
Oh, no, we're still recording.
So this next one is from a brewery that I think we should all know about, and that is Three Floyds,
Oh, yeah. Where are they out of? Never heard of them.
Munster, Indiana. Yep.
Munster, Indiana.
Munster,
Sounds
Indiana.
like monster.
The bottle art is so cool, and the packaging is so cool. It very much has this kind of Clockwork Orange vibe. Like the little logo on the front very much looks like a Clockwork Orange with the Three Floyds,
So
kind of traditional.
don't let him fool you. He's really big into Three Floyds and all this crap.
I am, and Clockwork Orange.
And it actually looks like, oh yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's Clockwork Orange. Yeah, that's the dude.
Oh, that's cold.
With no face.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is called Moloko Milk Stout. So if you've seen Clockwork Orange, you know that's no good evening ever started with a glass of milk, unless you've watched Clockwork Orange. So this one being a milk stout, let's see, is there a description on the bottle? Yes, there it is. This milk stout is brewed with a portion of golden oats and lactose milk sugars to give it a grounded, full-bodied mouthfeel with a deep roasted and slightly sweet maltiness. ThreeFloyds.com.
So is this a specialty or distributed?
This is distributed because I did buy this in Michigan.
Nice.
I actually bought it at the party store that is across the street from where we are right now.
So anyone could buy this.
Anyone can buy this. I bought it the same day I bought the
unless
Sumo
you're under
Sumatra.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
Last few times he's popped a cap with this.
Nope.
I'm going to start opening
It's not
beers
gonna
with
fall.
the end of my vape more
Holy
often.
shit,
Like
man, that
they
is-
got a good sound to
Yeah,
them.
holy shit. But that one landed on the table.
The bottle smells decent. It smells nice. I'm gonna get it right by your mic there and get a little pour because I didn't.
Oh, that smells good.
The head is a little darker than some of the previous ones we had. That's
actually
kind of
a
nice.
very, very dark beer.
No, hold on.
That smells.
When I poured it, it's dark.
I feel like I didn't rinse my glass,
Probably a bad
so
idea.
my
You want to
aroma
wait
is
for
off.
Johnny? I'm actually surprised he made it in the glass.
Yeah, he poured that a little wonky. That I was a little
It
worried.
was all over the
I
place.
was worried at the start there, but once I got going, I realized what I was doing, and I pushed through to the end.
I won't comment on the aroma because I feel like I'm getting the Sumo Sumatra aroma. You guys both rinsed, and I should have rinsed.
No, but the aroma it's not over sweet. It's just a light smelling stout.
Yeah, this is 8%, so it's not super duper big. The taste is just kind of like just a pretty much run of the mill
That's
stout.
a good. Yeah, I like it. I think this is the lightest thing we've had to drink today. This
It's
is really
the
good.
lowest ABV for
Yeah.
sure.
This, wow.
At least lowest ABV that wasn't soured.
See, I'm still messed up by that night one.
That's still by far the best.
Which one of the three?
The one from a can, the night.
Oh yeah,
the Night Nurse double shift.
the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good. Once again, Three
I
Floyds
like
doesn't
this.
disappoint, but like I think this is one of the few times I've had a Three Floyds beer where like something about it doesn't just jump out as like super
That's
unique.
because it's not special. It's
Not.
distributed.
It's just a beer.
Yeah.
You know? But like you drink like Zombie Dust or Gumball Head, and like they're
I'm actually not a fan of Zombie Dust, as bad as that sounds.
It's
not that it's
I prefer
bad.
Gumball Head. I'm a Gumball
I like
guy.
Gumball Head a
big
lot.
time. It's just so light to drink. Like Zombie Dust is like what 7.5%. It's kind of like Two Hearted.
It's got the high acidic in it.
Yep, the alpha acid, like that kind of bitterness. Like with Gumball Head, I can drink like 10 of them, and it's just a good time. If I
It's just
drink
that
more
weed.
than a couple of fucking Zombie Dust, like you start to get like that hop burn,
Yep.
But no, this is good. It's just a straightforward stout. It's not too heavy. It's actually they talk about the body on the bottle, but like I don't feel like this has like a really heavy, thick body to it either.
No, but after drinking all of their Dark Lord variants,
Which are thick as fuck.
This doesn't seem right.
There's some remnants of it in this, but it's like a hint of, hey, that's what this is.
But this is also what they distribute now.
Yeah.
So that's why.
It's got to be more commercially
it.
available. I understand that.
But still, Gumball Head then commercially available
Fantastic.
is my favorite.
You know,
from them.
fantastic. No, this is good. I
I'm
think
going to be honest, I don't remember Gumball Head at this point.
We'll get you
if
some.
I've even had it.
bring you.
Have we had it on the show?
no, because it's like 4.8%.
That would be why then. I don't remember it.
It is a good beer, though.
I think that even like this is something that if you wanted like a flavorful beer, like you wanted to drink on like a hot day or something, like I feel like you could still drink this stout
Yeah.
and not be let down by it. Like it's
I would agree.
cold. I'd be wondering how it would be ice cold. Like it's warmed up a little bit over time here. And
I'll
I've
state
still got
this.
five bottles of it. So
Based on the level of what I've had that's cold versus warm, this ice cold, I would destroy this in a 6-pack or more.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
This is really good.
It's a very light stout.
Yeah.
Again, I go back to like someone who says they're not into dark beers, and you give them something like this. You know,
Oh,
like
this will change their world.
it has flavors, but
Yeah.
they're not super strong. It
But
is.
all the other stouts from Three Floyds has been thicker and darker than that.
Well, they're big. Yeah, I think they go big and
beers.
bold.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're 100% on brand when you discuss this as a distributed stout.
100%. Yeah.
You know, this is something that like people will take off the shelf and go home and drink. You know, like if you got a 6-pack of Dark Lord off the shelf, like you go home, like drinking one of those is a feat unto itself.
Do we want to invite local audience member to try? Or do we just want to give him the finger and let him?
The answer is no, because he's not 21.
That's what I was trying to do without saying
Good
words.
try.
We could say it. That's all right. We incur. Sorry, that's a nice Jeep.
Yeah.
Keys.
Keys,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep.
No, the worst part is he's told me for the last
We
2
do not
months.
encourage anybody under the age of 21.
Don has told me for the last 2 months.
Don, who's Don?
Kelly's brother has told me for the last 2
Kelly's
months.
got a brother?
Stay on brand.
Yes, he's told me for the last 2 months he's going to drive by just to throw you off.
Oh.
And that was him. So he finally drove by to throw you
Oh,
off.
Kelly Miller.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. The irony is, I should have known
Delete
that.
the names,
Gene.
though.
No, we're gonna leave it. Fuck
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah, so I think once again, I think Three Floyds did not disappoint.
No, this is amazing.
You know, it's clean. It drinks very smooth. It's light, which I was not expecting, especially because they kind of bragged about the body on the bottle. Yeah, I'm into this.
You have customers wanting to come in. Should we?
Yeah, let him in.
Yeah, sure.
And that's it. How much time do we have?
I don't know.
Hey, well, let's go ahead. Yep, absolutely.
Yep. So yeah, apparently this is the problem with recording live at the brewery. Also, the problem
we're
with
live?
John. Yeah.
25
yeah. Also, the problem with Johnny not realizing that we all agreed to record this
We
episode
did
today.
not agree to record.
And we
We
started
agreed to
late.
wait for like 3 weeks.
I just think it's weird that 2 out of 3 of us were under the impression we were recording today, and
you all
one of
read
us
the
wasn't.
text messages. We agreed to wait till
Jim, we're done. It's
we
okay.
we
We're
did
done.
we
It's
did
on you
me and
guys.
Darrell
Fuck
did
you.
we did review the text conversation. We realized that we didn't respond to you in regards to that, so we
He
can
said it's okay.
we
to skip.
totally understand the confusion. It is no one's fault. It is no one's
There's
fault.
no-
It's definitely our fault. We're both married and we screwed up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah. We gotta
not
we gotta
married.
bend to Johnny. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
He
it's
doesn't have those problems.
totally understanding. But you showed up,
I
and
have an
we still had
orange
time to
cat
record.
to answer to when I get home.
And everyone knows orange cats. They only have the one brain cell. Like they're very
and
simple
that's
beasts.
shared between like 3 of them.
Yeah, they can't help themselves. So that's just fine. But yeah, I gotta say, like it's never Three Floyds still yet again has failed to let me down, and I don't know. I always said that for a lot of my life, Clown Shoes is my favorite brewery, but I think Three Floyds has replaced them because like they're just so consistent and better distributed because I can't get any fucking Clown Shoes beers here. It's ridiculous.
We've had con.
We have, but they don't send us enough stuff.
So when do we get the Hangy?
All right, so I was going to discuss that, and then we got distracted with something else. So we haven't, I don't want to inundate us with Dark Lord, but I'll tell you what. Next time we do a Dark Lord themed episode, we will do a Hanji and a chemtrail.
So next episode,
So we're going to have to do a couple light episodes so that we can properly evaluate it. Or
What year do
should
you
we
want?
start with that?
What year do you
the
want?
oldest you got. Let's start with the old ones.
You're a
Hold on,
very
hold on.
bold man.
How many could
It's
we do?
Dark Lord.
A lot.
Hold on. Could we do a vertical of it?
Yeah, I could do verticals of Hanji chemtrail. I can do vertical of pretty much any Dark Lord.
If
brewery
we
you
do,
want.
we need senpai for it.
Okay.
I prefer horizontal Hanjis, but
Well, I think everyone has their preference. No
I
cake
don't know,
shaming.
vertical up and down rather than left and right.
I'll tell you what. I also like my collection. Senpai has a similar collection of Dark Lords. So like we could put together some. The problem is that drinking that much beer in a sitting is an incredible challenge.
Challenge accepted.
knew that was coming.
It's a lot of bold stouts to try to pound out.
Bruh, look at me.
Pound that shit.
Well, Jesus Murphy.
So there are customers paying customers
Yep.
coming into the brewery.
It's time we sign off.
We should probably sign off on this. We should probably also establish that we need to actually plan a date next time.
Nope. Good luck.
wing
Godspeed.
it. I
And
like it.
we'll drink with you later.
Not next week, 2 weeks.
Live long and prosper. Does anyone know the proper response to that?
Fuck off.
Sometimes when we put them on, we have
Peace and long life.
If you didn't learn anything today, at least remember this. Beer's the answer that makes everything better.
Can't remember the question, but who cares when you have a cold one in your hand?
Remember, everybody, drink responsibly, drink high gravity.
Most importantly, drink well.
Okay, not the well. Life's too short for bad beer. Stay
frosty, my friends.